Olá, olá, I'm Ana Santos from PT for You Portuguese Lessons Online. Welcome to one more week, one more video dedicated to this amazing language because 5 minutes of Portuguese per day makes you smile every single day. These are my contacts as usual. Don't forget to check my Facebook page where every day you have new things to have a look, to discover, to play, to enjoy, to relax, to practice, and also my podcast, Teatros de Portugal neste dia. Here, and you have all the transcriptions in my webpage, ptforyou.wordpress.com, that you can find all these transcriptions, all the audio, so at the same time you learn a little bit more Portugal, and at the same time you practice the listening. This video and so many others you can find in my YouTube channel, PT for You Portuguese Lessons Online. And today, what I have prepared for today is the continuation of something that we've talked about last week. The explanation will be very similar, but last week I talked about the future, the will do it, and today we'll talk about this idea of conditional, would do it. So the future and the conditional are exactly the same construction when they come to do the it form, and that's why the explanation will be the same. This is an opportunity for you to practice and at the same time to see if you remember and see how the construction will work. So again, the idea of it. The it in Portuguese, it doesn't exist per se because everything in Portuguese is a gender-based. So all the its will have a gender attached to the things that we're referring, and usually it's the u, a, us, as, regarding masculine, feminine, plural, singular, or plural. So here are some examples of things that we've talked before. A Maria bebe o sumo. Imagine that you want to talk that Maria drinks the juice. And instead of saying that, you want to say Maria drinks it. How does it work? So because sumo is a masculine single word, you substitute it by u. And where you put it? Right after the verb with a small hyphen into. So Maria bebeu. Guess what happens when you're drinking not only one, but so many more. So super easy. It turns Maria bebe uns. Then you have the feminine form. Because it's feminine, the feminine is always attached to the a. So you have a Maria bebe. Or a Maria bebes. So far, so good. And here is what it usually works with all the tenses, all the different tenses, except, again, what we're talking about today and talked about last week, the future and the conditional form. And here the conditional form, just for you to remember, and again, I will highlight the small part that comes after the R, because it's what will be important today. So as you see, it's a separation between what's before and after the R. And this is what will be the distinguished before, and it will be important. So you have ri, ia, ias, ia, íamos, iam. And as you see in all the different tenses, the ending, the one that comes after the R will be all the same. So the conditional is rather straightforward. Let's go now with having some fun, and let's take it again like we did last week, very step by step. What happens here? If I want to say I eat the cake, I say eu como o bolo. If I say I eat it, you know that already that is a masculine word, so eu como o. If you say I would eat the cake, so you have, like we've been before, eu comeria o bolo. Now the big question is to know how would we say I would eat it. And now it's when it comes step by step what I want to talk to you today. So you have the verb comeria. And again, you have this separation that R marks the things before and after. This is very important. The R marks the spots. What we'll do with the it? The it that so far I've told you that was u, a, us, as, when it comes with the future or the conditional, has a new form. Instead of saying u or a or us or as, it will happen like lula, lush, lash. There are some explanations behind this, I could tell you if you ask me, if you would like to know, you can send me an email asking or an SMS or something in my Facebook page. But today, just keep it like this. In the future or in the conditional form, the U turns lula, luz, las. And now, second part, cut. Let's cut it where? Where I told you before, that is the idea in the R. You cut the word into, and this is the only situation when this happens in Portuguese. You cut the word into, you split it between the R, and what happens to the R? You may say, the R will simply disappear. And disappear, it means separation of the word into with disappear, with the missing R. And what will happen here? You have so far this, then you have this part disappearing and missing the R, and then you have the idea of lu, because why? We're talking about the cake. Don't forget, the ua, os, as, transforms in lula, luz, las. And where to put it? So far it was after, always after, but this special moment, it will be in the middle. It's the only situation in Portuguese that happens to add something in the middle. How you do it? Comeluia. Comeluia. Let's see some more examples. Imagine that you just want to say you would drink the juice. The idea to cut and to separate it into. Don't forget, step by step, slowly. Then what you do after cutting it, you remove the R. You have the juice. The juice, you already recognize it as a masculine word. So you'll have the word lu. And again, where do you put it? Right in the middle, separated of two hyphens, before and after. Bebê Luías. If it was two, you already know, you have the verb. And now guess what happens? You have os sumos, bebê Luzias. Something else. Imagine that is the lemonade. You know that is a feminine word because it was the example I gave you before. It is la, and again it goes to the middle. Bebê Luías. The lemonade. You know what it is. It's a feminine plural, and it goes straight to the middle. So I hope the beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away for you. It's still a thing, the idea and the thought that you take to life. These are small details regarding the language. New things are still to come about the language. And in the future, in the very soon future, we'll have something that is very particular to the Portuguese, not even the Spanish that you may consider we are very similar language. We'll have it. It will be interesting for you to try to understand and to cover, and at the same time to practice. Meanwhile, don't forget, confirm my social networks, my Facebook page, my podcasts, write me through my email, and also subscribe my YouTube channel. And meanwhile, don't forget, have fun. Ciao, ciao.